Right, so this afternoon we're with Martin Sebbage. Martin, do you want to tell us a bit about yourself and what you do at SCL?
Yeah, so the last 3.5 years I've been at Whitsun Town. Was quite lucky that I was the first SCL tutor to be at the club. So it's been quite nice because I've been able to sort of see it progress and see it build from the beginning, which was really, really nice. And obviously sort of having that help with Josh Alger, who's the academy manager. Yeah, we've obviously seen it progress quite a lot. You know, the first year group we had, there was 14 students. And now we've progressed to 35. And for September, there's going to be 2 sort of full football squads. They're looking to sort of progress in regards to application for the National League, that kind of thing. So, yeah, the progression has been really, really good. I'm quite lucky as well. I mean, I've been working for SCL on and off since 2012 now, so in different roles. So,
excellent, yeah. For the long haul.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been good.
So, tell us a bit about yourself. What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Craziest thing. Well, I think when I finished university, which was many, many years ago, so I finished university in 2009, and I met my now wife, Debs. Kind of met her that summer. She was moving to San Francisco to complete her sort of last year at university, because we were sort of 1 year apart. So I had finished university, graduated, thinking, right, what I'm going to do with my life. And met Deb, only known her for 6 weeks, and then moved out to San Francisco with her. So it could have worked out horribly wrong, but
it could have, but it didn't.
No, it didn't. So it worked out well. Yeah, exactly. So now married with 6-month-old baby boy. So yeah, It was obviously scary at the time and a bit sort of random. Friends and family were a bit like, "Are you sure you want to be doing this?" But obviously it worked out. So yeah.
Excellent, good for you. That is pretty crazy. Yeah. So personal or professional, what is your biggest achievement?
I mean, personal straight away it would be my son, Rory. You know, he's 6 months old now, so seeing that sort of progression and kind of being at home, obviously working from home, it's been quite nice where I get to kind of see that a lot more now. Where obviously if we were back in the classroom, I'd be getting home sort of 5-6 o'clock and sort of bedtime and whatever. So that's been quite good. But that's a massive achievement.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeping a small human alive for 6 months, exactly. Doing well.
Exactly.
So how are you finding working from home?
Yeah, do you know what? It's been good. You know, there's obviously been its challenges, which everyone was going to expect anyway. You know, such a fast moving situation that, and I'll be honest, yes, it was fast moving situation, but actually it was quite seamless in regards to kind of going from the classroom to working from home. Personally, for me, it worked quite well. Getting the learners to kind of get to that mindset took a little bit of time, but we've got there now. Yeah, I think, you know, it's quite nice you get that. Me anyway, because I'm kind of online all day, you know, I'm logging in at sort of 8:30, potentially till sort of 5, 5:30. I'm always available for the learners. So that's been quite good. And it's also quite nice where if I am setting some assignments or even just real basic, like a notes sheet, you know, if I do like an hour lesson, get the boys to fill out notes, my learners especially have been very good to kind of come back to me and be like, well, Martin, am I on the right track here? Is this looking good? Is this right? And I actually am seeing that some of the boys are progressing with their actual content of their work is a lot better than they would be in the classroom.
That's excellent.
Yeah, and speaking to them, a lot of it's because they kind of are concentrating a lot more from home, which I didn't think would be the case. I thought they'd get distracted by mobiles and PS4s, Xboxes, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it's been good. And obviously for me, I get to spend a lot more time with Rory and Deb.
Yeah, absolutely, definite plus. We're seeing the same in our household too. So what message of support would you give to your colleagues across SCL?
I think it's just really just carrying on with what you're doing. I mean, I'm quite lucky. I speak to quite a lot of the tutors regularly. We're kind of talking about, how would you approach this assignment or that assignment, whatever. So we're quite lucky kind of in the southeast region that we have that open dialogue, which is nice. But I think for us, it's just we are doing everything right, and we are doing everything we can. We're having that conversation with parents. We're having those conversations with the boys, saying, "Look, this is obviously something that is not going to last forever. We just have to deal with kind of what we've been dealt, and we are giving everything we can to help you, and we're giving you the tools and everything else." That's the kind of conversation we're having with a lot of the other staff, kind of going, "Look, we are doing everything right. Just have that confidence in yourself to be like, yeah, all right, I know I'm doing it good, I'm doing it correctly."
Yeah. Good advice for sure. Okay, so what have you've obviously talked about your learners and spending some time with your son. What have you enjoyed the most about being at home? What's been the perk? I guess it's your new normal now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, in a way, I've tried to kind of continue like in my routine in regards to if I was still obviously getting in the car driving to the classroom. I've still tried to keep that routine where I'm still getting up at the normal time, getting myself ready, having my breakfast, all that kind of stuff. And then instead of just getting in the car and driving for half an hour to Whitstable, I'm just going into my spare room and loading up my laptop. So yeah, I think it's definitely, I'll tell you one thing, I've definitely saved a lot of money on petrol, that's for sure.
And childcare.
And childcare, yeah, exactly. I haven't driven the car in 3 weeks, but save myself petrol, that's for sure.
It's all the small things, Martin. That's the most enjoyable. Excellent. So you've mentioned a few things about your learners and experience online. You've obviously done, a great job. But tell us more about the kind of, reaction you've had from the learners and what you've achieved whilst being online.
I think if I give some examples, I mean, it's been quite nice. Even so, with my second years, I've got three learners who, before obviously lockdown, they had their applications all accepted to go to university. And straight away with those 3 learners, they were having those conversations with me where obviously their panic stations in a way comes in. Like, Martin, is this going to affect our application? And I think actually having those sort of frank and honest conversations with those 3, like I did it in the first week, just kind of got them 3 into a kind of Teams chat meeting and just sort of said, look, you boys are doing everything the right way. As long as you're still getting your grades that you need, which is your distinctions in this, and this, you have done everything you can. You're going to be absolutely fine. And it's been really good to see those boys kind of, because they have had to obviously now be independent a lot more, where especially some learners have relied on me quite a lot in regards to helping them with certain things or, explain things in certain ways. Well, obviously you can do that face to face. If you're in the classroom, you can do it there and then. But yeah, definitely seeing a lot of the boys kind of stand up for themselves or step up to the plate, if you like, and actually do things independently. For me, that's been the biggest sort of positive that I've seen from my learners anyway.
That's amazing. Nice to hear that you've got some distinction as well. So that is awesome. Absolutely. So a bit about you then, Martin. So what is the best sports fixture you've ever been to?
I don't know, because do you know what I mean? Personally, I mean, I support Reading around me, even though I now live in Kent. I grew up in sort of just outside Reading, and that's been my team. So I've been very lucky to actually see Reading in 3 cup finals at Wembley. Unfortunately, lost all 3, but still got to see my team at Wembley, which was good. But then also, if you think sort of in regards to working for SCL, I was very lucky that the first year at Whitstable, they were entered into a tournament in Barcelona, and actually won the competition, which was a massive achievement, because it was an 11-a-side tournament, you know, kind of 35-degree heat, 3 group matches, semi-final, final, and we only had 12 players, so we only had the 1 sub. So that was massive. That was really, really good to be part of that.
Very memorable one, I bet. Sure.
Oh, definitely, and definitely big for the club as well. That kind of really helped with the reputation. You know, little kind of non-league Whitstable. You know, we have to compete against other big academies that have a bigger reputation of a name. So yeah, that really was a highlight.
Good stuff. So first place you're going to go after lockdown?
Yeah, I mean, quite a few places that could go, especially if it's like summer weather like this. But I think straight away for us three, as in me, my wife, and my son, it'd be straight in the car and going to see family. Literally before lockdown was supposed to happen, our wife's family, they're all from Northern Ireland. They were supposed to fly over, her mum and dad. Obviously, that got completely called off and flights were cancelled. Whatever. That would be the plan for the summer, to get over to Northern Ireland and spend some time there, and go see my mum and dad back in Reading. That would be the first thing, I think, straight away.
And you got a new member of the family to meet as well, haven't you?
Yeah. So my brother's his wife had a baby girl just over 2 weeks ago now, and again they're in complete lockdown, so no one's been able to see their daughter yet. So it's a strange one for them.
Absolutely.
No one's been able to see him.
So where are you going to go first, McDonald's or Nando's?
Oh, that is a difficult one. I think it probably will be McDonald's. If I'm honest. I mean, although Nando's and McDonald's.
I'm not so fussed about McDonald's, but I'm missing a McDonald's burger just because I can't have one.
I know, and that's the thing, isn't it? You end up kind of craving it all because you know you can't have it.
Absolutely. So lastly, what advice would you give to young people aspiring to careers in sports?
I mean, it's quite a few things that kind of could go down, but for me personally, and what I sort of try to speak to my learners about is having that goal. I think having that goal and having that target, and also kind of using the right advice and using the people that are around you. You know, like I kind of said with the 3 of my learners at this moment in time who have applied for uni. Sort of this time last year, I had a learner who wasn't sure about what he wanted to do in life when he finished. So I sat down with him and his mum and his dad. We're quite lucky where sort of I'm living just outside Canterbury, that there's 2 really good universities, you know, in the city. And spoke about, look, these are your grades. This is what you could do with your grades. Have you thought about university? I mean, I went to uni, so obviously spoke to him about my experiences, this, that, and the other. And lo and behold, he then applied and got his place. And that was really last minute. You know, realistically, he didn't actually apply until June time. So for me, and that really showed to me that at that point he had a short-term goal. You know, wasn't fully sure of how to do it, but he came to me for the advice. We kind of discussed it, and then it's obviously worked out well. And I spoke to him only a couple of weeks ago because he's looking to come back to us to do a bit of work experience. And you know, he's saying, if I hadn't spoken to you, what would I have done? You know, what the hell would I have done in life? That's why I talk about that quite a lot, especially with the students nowadays, and just be like, look, you are very lucky here that you're at an age where you can talk to me about certain things, and it can be anything. But I've got the experiences in this, and this, and you know, we can have a chat about it. And it's the same with Josh, and obviously the academy manager. You know, he's got his experience in the football background. You know, he's got his UEFA B, he's played professional football, etc., etc. So yeah, that would be my advice: just have a goal and kind of use the people that are around you to kind of get that advice if you need it.
Amazing advice. Some nice success stories as well. So awesome. Well, thank you for that, Martin. Enjoy the rest of your nice warm day. And we'll see you
no
soon.
problem. Yeah, thank
Thank
you very much.
you. See you.
Cheers.